Evening, I'm Morrow-Binette. Thank you for joining us. Here's the latest. If the experts are correct, first-time voters, like the students here at this university, will be the majority at polling places on Election Day. Millbrook Baptist Church was vandalized last night. Who police say did it and why? Coming up next. I'm Morrow-Binette. Another Richmond County teacher has been stabbed to death, the second this year. Summer's here, and that means vacation time. But with gas prices climbing towards the $4 mark, what do experts say are the best ways to save on travel? I'll have that story for you coming up next. One man shot, one on the run, and a woman in custody. It all happened at this motel. The Dr. Bart Corbin murder case put Augusta Medical College in the spotlight. But what is the latest twist in this sensational case? I'll have the story coming up for you next. Everybody loves dogs and cats, but did you know that owning a family pet can actually help you live longer? I'll have that story coming up next. If you're out on the lake this summer, you want to make sure you have some good sunblock. But did you know it actually has an expiration date? I'll give you some more facts that you need to know so you don't get burned. For many, this year will be their first time voting, that is. And first-time voters have a chance to play a big role in this year's presidential election. If the experts are correct, first-time voters, like the students here at this university, will be the majority at polling places on Election Day. Most of these first-time voters are young people, college students, and new citizens. An estimated 14 million new voters have already registered this year. And all parties say there has been a real sense of enthusiasm out there.
Well, yes, it's the first time I really cared about voting. I'm excited about having the chance to vote for a smart candidate. I got to believe that Barack Obama is a smart guy who can really take this country where it needs to be.
In past elections, it seems like all the candidates have been pretty much the same. But for the first time, there's a candidate who's talking about change, and I think it's he's speaking sincerely, and it's time to make a vote.
Experts say the closely contested primaries are one reason for the surge in first-time voters. It has sparked young people's interest in politics. Voter registration applications continue to pour into election offices across the country at record-breaking rates. Whatever the factors, the bottom line is that more Americans are engaging in the electoral process. And after years of voter apathy, the people's voices are about to be heard, and louder than ever. Morrow-Binette reporting. Summer's here, and that means pool season. But swimming can turn tragic when kids are involved. Each year, an average of 260 children under the age of 5 drown in residential pools. Another estimated 3,000 are treated in hospital emergency rooms. Kids want to have fun, but how can you protect them from drowning? Here are some important ideas to keep your children safe. A secure self-latching fence that goes around the perimeter of the pool is essential. Also, a pool alarm is a new form of protection. For about $300, it can mean the difference between life and death. Don't keep pool toys laying around where small children can fall in going after them. Teach your children to swim and train them on the buddy system, where they always have someone else with them. And always parental or adult supervision. Know where your children are at all times. You know, it only takes seconds for them to wander off and drown. These tips can make summer safe and fun for everybody to enjoy the water. Morrow-Binette reporting. Lottie Payne will spend the next 5 years behind bars after being found guilty of child cruelty in Warren County. And that's our top story tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Morrow-Binette. But first, some breaking news from one of the area's golf clubs. The clubhouse at Sage Valley Golf Course caught fire this afternoon. Crews were testing a water heater in the building when it blew up. The man working on that heater was severely burned, and there has been extensive fire damage to the building. The course is just off I-20 at exit 11. The fire was quickly put out. Now back to our top story. Guilty. That's the verdict for Lottie Payne on 4 counts of cruelty to children. She broke down in tears as the judge read the verdict. Deputies took her to jail immediately after the trial. 2-year-old Jane and 3-year-old Jonah Payne wandered away and drowned in a retention pond a year and a half ago. Diane Cho has been in Warren County following the case. Diane, what exactly is going on? Okay, thanks, Diane, so much for that. So what do you think about the Lottie Payne verdict? You can go to our website to vote, and you can also read our blog comments on the case. Still to come, a look at the threats happening at some area schools. But first, let's get ready for the weekend. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bob Smith. How's it looking, Bob? Great, thanks, Bob. Sounds like a good weekend. Another alert today about your children's safety. Hepzibah High School now dealing with the latest school threat. Principal Bill Thompson says the school developed information. Now, they are not saying what that information is or why it has alarmed them, but they contacted the sheriff's department, and the deputies searched the school with K-9 teams today and then locked the building. Now, they say they will have extra security tomorrow, but classes are not canceled. Sorry, kids, let me repeat. Classes are not canceled tomorrow. And the second threat this week has everyone, not just sworn officers, acting as police. News 12's Kate Tilston has been following this. And Kate, this latest action has teachers acting as police as well, huh? What's going on? Okay, so we just all have to be on alert over there. Mack Wheel Connection hit by fire last night right off Gordon Highway. Investigators say it might take a while to figure out why it started. It was spotted just after 4 this morning. Downtown business owners say they are not ready to pull the plug on First Friday. In fact, they've taken ownership of the event. This morning, more than 30 business owners met to come up with better ways that they can contribute to First Fridays. The event was cut from the Downtown Development Authority's budget, and now business owners want to make it an event they will control. Last week, the Downtown Development Authority cut off funding for First Friday. They say they'll use the money to put on a variety of other events. A local businessman who wants to run the city. Our final candidate for mayor is Steve Kendrick. And a movie starring Queen Latifah being shot right here in downtown. And they're looking for extras. You might want to check that out. Hi, Rich. A lot is going on here. Let me wrap the story up for you. A jogger was running on this path right here on the south side of the lake. He spotted what he thought might have been a dead animal, but it ended up being a human body, a torso. Police believe that they might have the identity of the man based on some tattoos, but the crime lab is not confirming that yet. They're not going to ID the body just now. We'll keep you updated on that. Right now, all I can say what's going on is that there was a body found in Lake Homestead, torso. We'll have more for you coming up. I'm Morrow-Binette reporting live. Back to you, Rick.